Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am Field and Skylines, and this is a playthrough of, oh my goodness, this just is not going to work. I thought this thing would at least be able to pull water. Playthrough of Becoming a Billionaire on the Valley of the Old Farm map. All right, so we're going to probably. What is wrong with this thing? Huh. Let's try this again. There we go. I don't know why it was a little stuck. As you can see, it's raining and it's September, and we have a lot to do. We have a field we have to harvest. We have a contract for harvesting. We have, what do I even need to fill these all up? Let's take a look. Um, yeah, not really. How about this garden? Yeah, we'll put a little water in the garden. What about maple syrup? No, they're good. And we're good with water here. All right, so I'm going to put a little water in the garden, and then we can talk about why this thing is just struggling so much. Goodness. So since we last met, basically what happened was quite a bit. I finished up the next contract, which was a hay contract, and it had to be delivered to the heating plant, a mod that I showed you guys the other day. And there was a small little problem. It would not take bales. All right, this is ridiculous. Look at this. I think there's something wrong either with this truck. And now it's fine. All right, I'm going to go park this truck and get something else to do this. And while we do that, we can talk. So I was taking the hay bales that we made from that contract to the heat plant, and the heat plant would not take the bales. Why wouldn't it take the bales? Well, at first I thought it was because I owned it. And it's like, well, why would it take something? I own it, right? So, but that wasn't the reason. The reason was I was doing some research, and that mod required the hay to be loose, not baled. So problem, right? So I called up my uncle, my rich Uncle Sam, and did a 1 hour subsidy from him. And I put in the bale chipper, which is another mod by the same modder, Zottle. And then I also purchased some stuff over for that area. What did I purchase? Well, this is much better. I will show you once I get this watering. I'll jump over there and we can take a look. And I'll explain how I'm going to use this. So, let's just do a quick little backup over towards the well. Hopefully, there we go. There, and we take a look now at the garden. And yes, I do have the garden running. I bought some straw, so the garden's running. Look at that, we're looking good. We'll just let it keep running. No melons popped out yet, so we'll just leave the water right here. And let's go ahead and really probably should park this up a little bit nicer. I don't want to block that door, and that rock kind of gets in the way. So we'll just carefully go right about there. All right, so let's jump over to our industrial park real quick and visit. So right here in front of us is the new chopper. And basically what you do is you put bales right here and it chops them and you can pick it up here, right? So the rules of this chopper is to only be used when working with bringing anything over to any of these productions or any of our other productions that might need bales broken up. Then I had some money left over, so I bought a trailer and a tractor. Pretty nice tractor, pretty nice trailer. These things are only to be used to do business in here. And what does that mean? That means like taking stuff from the chipper over to other products or other productions in this area or other productions on the map or even sell points. But it is not to be used for farm business. So like when we're doing a harvest, yeah, we can't use that for harvest, right? So that is that rule. And then what I did is, I deducted money with, our favorite stone bags and ended up actually losing about $500 on the deal, which wasn't too bad. Then I was kind of looking through the map and I'm like, wait a second. I don't see Granny's knit shop. I thought I showed it off, um, but I don't see it. And so if we go right here and visit, what I was showing you here, what I was saying was Granny's knit shop, is actually the soy drink sell point. And this will be very important because let me tell you, if we can grow enough soybeans, it is going to be probably one of our largest monthly money makers, or whatever it is when we do sell the soy. So what I ended up doing is taking some of our profit from those 3 jobs, and over here, kind of in this area, I mean, I couldn't fit it in the other area, otherwise I would have. So I fit it in right here. We have Granny's, and I'm using the profit from our other jobs. I purchased it. So if we take a look at Granny's here, we can load it up with wool, cotton, or fabric and make clothes. Wool clothes, 2 wool gets a shirt, 5 cotton gets 3 shirts, and then 5 fabric gets 3 shirts. So there you have it. I bought a bunch of straw to go, uh, as I showed for the garden, and I also have some straw that I use in the feeder and straw that we can use in the cow shed once we get that far. And finally, I bought 60 chicken. I bought 10,000 liters of chicken feed for $2,000. So that is kind of where we're at. The only other thing I did, because I knew we were going to have a busy episode, well, it might be multiple episodes, but the other thing I did was, let's just go right there. I fertilized the grass fields. I fertilized the canola, which should be ready to harvest. If I come over here, it's ready to harvest. I can see it. And then I also threw down some lime on all of our fields as well so that we can plant our barley. So we're going to be busy because we got to harvest this canola. As you see, it's raining. It's supposed to rain till noon, which is going to make things tough, but we have to harvest this canola. We have to mulch. We have to get the lime back in. We have to plant it, and then we have to roll it, and then we have to fertilize it. We have to do the same. Sorry, jump cut. This is equipment we've leased to do another harvest. One of our favorite vehicles. We're doing some carrots, I believe. But I should be in this thing because this is our thing. I might sell that 411. It seems to be troublesome, and I don't know if it's the mod or what it is, but it just seems to have some hard times. So as you can see, we got some weeds over here, but we're going to put barley in this field as well. I'm hoping to get enough barley going that we'll have enough for the chickens, and then we'll also have enough for, holy cow, we have a bunch of grapes and a bunch of olives we have to sell. We will do that as well. But my goal here, like I said, is to get, train of thought lost, boom. Yes, is to get enough barley so that not only can we feed our chickens and any future chickens, but also get in a habit of doing some flour, because we'll need flour if we pop down the pancake mod, which we will because it's not too bad for profit. So we're going to need some flour. And with that, I think the first thing we're going to do is hopefully these will be liftable. Let me see if I can lift them into here, because I can use this to deliver one, and I can use my pickup to do the other. Otherwise, we're going to have to try to do an auto load. Let's see. I don't think this auto loads. No. Maybe it does refill the car. Doesn't hold enough, though. Live and learn. Can we pop this in with a strap? Am I on top of it? Object too heavy. Goodness. Well, we are going to have to do some auto loading. I'm going to set this off to the where our olive's really valuable right now. Right there, tagged. I get a worker to drive him up to sell these a little bit, and then we'll have to use auto load on a trailer. Unless I can auto load, I don't know. We'll see what we can do. Huh? Could store them, but olives are like one of those perishable things that we need to sell all the time. So we're gonna get him going, selling in the rain to here. I'm gonna guess that we can get in kind of right here. So if we just set him off to right here. Now I wonder if we can harvest. I wonder if we can harvest contracts in the rain. I don't think I've ever tried. And here I'm going to put all as many of the grapes. I can hold 2,000 liters in this. So you know what? Let's actually grab. We can make a couple trips. We have a lot of rain to deal with. Plus olives right now. We'll come back for the olives. Can I lift grapes? Object too heavy. See, I'm supposed to be able to lift these things because I have liftable pallets, but I think it's only the base game things. I don't know. Look at that. We got them all in. So grapes are going to probably go. What do we want to guess? Let's see. Olives, grapes. They're going to the restaurant. No, wholesale. 943 to the wholesale. That is a long drive. That's okay. So I'm going to do a quick jump cut to get us up to these places, and then I will be right back. Okay, we made it up to the place I can't pronounce. With the first trip, 430 liters. We'll check that box to see if there's less than 430. We can use this again. Otherwise, not. I'm wondering with olives, grapes, if they would keep 2 days. I'm going to send a worker to take this gentleman back home. I guess it could be a lady too. I don't know what. I know AI does both, but there we go. And if we jump to my other car, we will sell our grapes at the wholesale. All right. And then when we get back to the farm, 1,500 more bucks, we're going to turn around and use that money to buy some more chickens. So another quick jump cut, and we'll be back on the farm. So we are going to now, after we still have a little bit more olives to sell. Got a worker driving them up, but we are going to buy some more chickens. We can have 150. We're going to buy 60 more. And then what should happen is these 60 should be, if we jump into the other chicken menu, uh, these 60 are halfway to reproduction, so they'll reproduce and we'll have babies to fill the rest of this in. They won't be able to lay eggs right away. So you can see we have a few eggs there, but we are only going to do full pallets. So if a pallet is not full, we are not selling it. Let's take a look at our honey. How are honey prices? Because honey could be something else we could sell. Well, I have my truck up there. I don't know if I can put honey right in though. So we are in September. Honey prices are pretty low. Best prices in March. So April, May, June, July, August, September. So September would be a month to sell. November, January, March. So September would be a month to sell, even though the price is pretty low. Honey keeps. So we could maybe do honey like every 4 months, maybe. So that'd be April. So sell in March, sell in July, sell in November, March. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do with honey. Let's take a look though, just to see how we are doing with our honey. Honey, we are storing 39 liters only, which is surprising. That's all we have, considering we have 6. I wonder if by storing it pop pallets out. Let's take a quick look. Nope, there are no pallets out here. Oh, sure there are. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I think we would have to set up to distributing, but I don't know if we have anything that's going to take the honey. So this is all right. We can do this for a while. It'll keep a bunch here. We can always do something. All right, we're good with that. Truck made it here. Enter vehicle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop these olives off, and then I'm going to see if we can harvest the carrots, and I think we'll do that in a time lapse, and that'll be pretty much this video. We'll stay in September for the next video, and we'll do some planting. Come on. There we go. And we'll do our planting and our own harvesting and stuff like that. So that was another 575 bucks. Environmental score 12. So that's not too bad. We'll have to figure out a grape and olive rotation. I should probably write some of this stuff down, or I will forget. So let me know down in the comments if you like all of the things and how I handled the hay bale issue from before. Let me know in the comments. Just thoughts on this U411. It's not working out like I thought or hoped it would. Because like when you see the other Mercedes like this, they crank and they're awesome. All right, so here we are. We have to get to 4, but this is the right equipment for it. I love it. Am I gonna travel or should I put it on the thing? I'm gonna travel like this. What the heck? Where is 4? 4 is. I'm gonna jump cut up to 4. Um, it's right up there, so I can either go that way or all the way that way. So I'll just go this way. So I'm gonna jump up, cut up to 4. We'll get started. We'll hit a time lapse, and then we will go from there. So here's another jump cut. All right, we made it, and we are harvesting. I believe these are carrots. It's not too bad of too big of a field. I mean, it's a bigger field. It's not too bad. We're gonna get 17,000 for the contract, and then I don't know how many carrots we're gonna have left over. So we should be in pretty good shape. Yay, that's good money. With 22,000 plus 70,000, we might buy a production. We might buy something. I know we're gonna have to buy more lime. We used up almost all the lime. We have about half of the lime that we started with. Also, we are going to be buying sheep here in October. So, maybe we'll save money up to buy a bunch of sheep. Possibly. Now, we're going to do a few headlands and then we'll go up and down like normal. I am going backwards, so I might just flip it around from right here at the road, because look at that. They made it a road here. There we go. So now we can dump on the proper side. But this should make the work go a lot quicker than like doing normal potatoes and stuff like that. Which is why in this playthrough we might even get into root crops if we can ever afford some of this kit. It's pricey, but really I think for us when it comes to crops, it's going to be soybeans and barley. Because barley feeds our chicken, barley gives us straw, and barley will give us flour. Soybeans, because that soy drink plant, if we can keep it running 24/7, it's going to make us a heck of a lot of money. Now, to keep it running 24/7, we're going to need almost like 870,000 liters of soybean a year. Which is quite a bit of soybean, but it would be our best production, crop production anyways, other than like the generators, the solar farm, the wind farm, the commercial leases, the rentals, all of those things will make more money, but we don't want to overdo it on that because that might get into the cheating realm of getting to $1 billion. But like I said, when I mapped it out, that soy plant was like a big part of our success. So that's good. Also, I'm not against buying. So I do have a few greenhouses, I think, in the game that I don't know if I installed them or not. I was looking at them that can grow any type of crop, right? So I'm not against growing like sugar cane or sugar beets to turn into sugar for things that we're going to need sugar for. So I'm not against that. So just some thoughts. So we are going to need to dump this or empty this. I think if I remember correctly, we get 2 or 3 harvesters in the thing here. Oh boy, I am driving wonderfully. And then I'm going to work. I think I can move the pipe so that it unloads properly. Maybe. I don't remember how to. Hmm. All right, let me do this again. Oh, I bet I have to unfold this. I'm trying to remember. There we go. All right, I'm gonna kick off a time lapse. Probably for the rest of this harvest, and then I'll see you when it's done, and we'll probably call it a video, not a day, because like I said, these days might be multiple videos, just because we have to make sure we maximize everything. So we'll see you when this is done. So that job is done. Um, let's go ahead and complete, collect. There's a baling contract I'm not going to do because it wants to take us to our feeder, our cow feeder, and I don't know how that would work out as far as extra stuff or payments and stuff like that. So I'm going to hold off on that. I'm not going to do any more harvesting this month right now because it's potatoes with bad equipment, potatoes with bad equipment, and it's potatoes with bad equipment. As you can see, we got hit by the court farm issue that we had when we did uh, harvest like that before, where you couldn't pipe out and pour. So I leased the super big trailer to keep things sped up. And now we're going to take these extra carrots and store them in the silo. Um, Prices for carrots right now are not the greatest. If we take a look here, um, they're 190, 195 per thousand. And if we look, that price can get up to about 315. We have no productions right now that need carrots, so we can hold on to these in the silo. Hold on to these in our silo until there's a need to sell them or use them for something. I think it can be used as part of pig food. I don't know. I haven't put any of the new productions down on, and that's something I've been thinking about, like maybe doing like one of the soups or some of the chips. Maybe I don't know. There's a few, like the piano factory. I was thinking about maybe putting on here somewhere where you just deliver a certain type of wood to it. It makes pianos. So yeah, I mean, there's some of those productions I'm trying to look into. I just don't think that they're big enough money makers, right? Because you got to get big pops, right? You got to get the ones that are gonna return good, And I've been researching a lot of these mods, like charcoal ones, turning wood to charcoal. Not a lot of profit. There's a couple coffee productions that were interesting. One of them, you can make a lot in the first stage, but then doing the second stage, you actually lose money. And then the other coffee one, you just can't make enough of it to have it matter in this trying to be a billionaire scheme. And people are like, well, every dollar counts, right? But like, if you're only going to make $100,000 a year on something, it might not be worth our time. There was like a fish mod, although there's another fish mod I want to look at. There was one fish mod that used corn and we have a truck here. It used a bunch of ingredients, and when I looked, it was actually a money loser because the ingredients could be sold separately for more than what the fish would bring in. But then I just saw today that there was another fish mod in the store, Mod Hub, that I'm going to probably try to take a look at. So yeah, so like there's a whole bunch of stuff like where I've been like either, and that's how I've been picking mods are on if I can get some big bang for the bucks, and those are the ones I'm putting in and plan on using the most. So, and like I said, it comes down to being able to get the resources for them. So I'm going to now. I don't need to have this trailer anymore, so we're going to select it and we're going to return it. And as we look, we have $39,000, which is awesome. I want to buy something, but I don't know what to buy. Like, we're going to get hay in next month, which is still quite a few episodes away, because in the next episode, we definitely have to plant in a couple fields of barley. That's going to be quite a bit of work. So, but I definitely want to take a look at some stuff. Like, I know goats are goats, sheep. Let's put my car away. I know I need to buy a bunch of sheep. I don't remember off the top of my head how much they all cost, but I want to get. So I think our sheep pen holds 100 sheep, maybe 120, and I want to get it filled up with grass. I want to just take a run around here real quick. And did we get any other productions? We have some maple syrup we can sell. Object too heavy. Object too heavy. So yeah, so there's some maple syrup here we can sell. That's good. It was 288 liters. So just over 500 liters. Still no apples popping out. How are we doing? Storing 227. We're not selling them right away, are we? Nope, they're all on store. Do we get any melons? So yeah, so we might have to sell some of the melons and stuff. Are those liftable? Hey, I can pick up melons. Outstanding. See, this is also one of those times where I wish I could modify mods. Like, going through the mods, I can figure out how to modify them to be beneficial, but since I can't get them off of the Xbox or install them onto the Xbox, I can't do that. So our sheep pen holds 100, and I would like to get the adult, the older sheep, and I would like to get, um, there's 4 different kinds, and I would like to get each kind maybe 10, 12 of each kind. So it is 32,000. Well, that's for 60. If we do 10 of each kind, that's 40. That's 5 grand. 5 times 4 is 20. So it'd be like $25,000 to get 40 sheep. We get 12. 65 times 4, 6 times 7 times 4 is 28. So it'll be just under 28,000 to get up to 48 sheep. And we're sitting at 39. So we have enough money to get enough sheep. I would like to get to 50. Jump up to 50 right away. Really want to get these going, but we need hay, which we'll get hay next month. So we might be able to get cows too. That holds 250. I'd like to get 50 sheep. And then if we do have enough food for cows, maybe get a few cows because I have silage from that one job laying around. We make silage as well. And then let's talk this over here and we'll wrap this all up. As you can see, we're going to harvest and then we're going to put barley. And why am I doing barley here? Because eventually we're going to put a second sheep pen right there for another 100 sheep. And then we actually lose an arable field. Oh, look, we got more olives. No more grapes, though. Wish I could lift these. I thought I played this before and these were liftable, but I guess not. Um, I might invest in, and this might seem crazy, but it's going to be a time saver. There's these trailers. Now, they don't work with every. Um, so general productions, honey, and they auto load, and they're cheap, right? And they hold 22, or they hold 18. They hold quite a bit. So I was thinking I might buy, grapes, olives, apples. If they go and apples go in there, I don't know. I never tried auto loading apples, but I might buy a few of these trailers just to keep them getting loaded up and for ease. Although the reason why I didn't was because I was planning on selling them more often, but it still might be beneficial. So that's a thought. Also, they're also pretty cheap. So, but yeah, so the reason I'm doing that is because if you look, um, Black Sheep Modding released 60 buildings, and one of them is the sheep barn that looks exactly like the sheep barn we have right here. So if we scroll out, as you can see, it's not exactly the same because the pasture's a little different, but the look and feel is the same. And, I can kind of like center it in here, kind of like right off of that mud, kind of make it look like it's part of it. Or I don't want to get too far on that road. Like I know I don't have enough money, um, but we could make it work in here some kind of, like if we tilt it a little. I mean, that lines up pretty darn good. So once this field is harvested, and we'll do barley, and then we're going to earn enough for 4,500 for more sheep. Um, so it'd basically be like right after that barley season, we're up in our sheep game because t-shirts make a lot of money as well. That's another one of our money makers. But yeah, so that's our plans. We'll keep barley in that field. We're gonna put soybeans in the big. So if we look at the map, um, this will be barley for one season. This will probably always be barley. This will always be soybean. And then eventually, as we buy fields, we're gonna probably try to buy fields around harvest time if they have crops that we like. Right now, it's kind of potato heavy. I don't know why. And of course, we're going to focus on fields south of the river. There are quite a few fields up here, and we're probably eventually going to have to move into these. But I want to focus on fields over here. So with that, I am going to say thank you for watching. Um, Look, I'm going to be releasing, I think, episodes of this all week. So there'll be this one, and then two more of this, and then we'll get back to Court Farm and Silver Run getting mixed in. So I know I don't have to close the gates because we're not really closing up for the night, but just wanted to do it. Also, you can see we have some extra hay up here and extra silage or extra straw and extra silage. Now those silage bales are 25,000 liters or 50,000, 25,000. Those stray bales are small. They're basically the normal large size of straw. but we will change that up at some point, maybe. But yeah. So yeah, with that, we are going to call it an episode. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up. Um, if you are enjoying the channel, please think about subscribing. I love to see that subscriber number continue to climb so I can reach the next goal of 200 subscribers. Um, so tell your friends if they like farming simulator videos, check it out. And with that, thank you for watching, and we shall see you next time. Goodbye.